Hello, hello, friends. How are you all doing this fine Monday morning? Welcome, sweet, sweet Jeanette. It's going. This UTI has not been fun. Gave me a nice scare yesterday morning. Hello, Froggy. Welcome, my friend. So, yeah, I have another UTI. I think I've only had one in my whole life before when I was very, very young, like in my 20s. And now I've had 2 in the last 5 weeks. So it's not fun. And I guess I was told when you have a UTI, you're not allowed to go in the pool. So I'm not allowed to go do my aquafit classes. So that doesn't make me happy. Welcome, Desta. How are you, my friend? So that has been no fun. But they're sending me off to do a CT scan of my kidneys and to the urologist because they're a little concerned with the amount of the stuff running through our veins that was in my lab work. There was a lot of it. So that's what scared me, and that's what sent me to the doctors yesterday. Anyway, enough of that. We're going to play with these wax seals today. So I started getting the caboodle from Spellbinders last month. So when you get the caboodle, you get the wax seal of the month. So I have 2. I have from July and from August. But when I got them, I also, of course, I can't just get little things. I went on Amazon and got a bunch of the wax. What are these called? Beads, wax beads in different colors. I also got some of the warming, um, I don't know what these are called, but this one is electric. So you plug it in. And then this one is with a good old fashioned candle. Although, what did I do with the candle? I thought I had a candle in there. I guess not. Here it is. And you warm it up. And then I got some extra of these warming spoons. So, um, and then I didn't buy a silicone mat, and I just realized this morning because I don't think I should really be warming on this glass mat. But luckily, I had one of these in my kitchen. And so I thought, well, I can use that one. It's a little silicone mat for um, when I make cookies. So I'll use that. By the way, can you all hear me okay? I want to make sure. I should have checked that to begin with. And I have a dirty rag right there because I was cleaning my mat. So I think I'm not going to use this one with a candle because I don't want to light fire right now. But this one I have turned on and it feels like it's already getting warm. So I'm going to use that one to start with. And I'm going to use the wax beads that came with the July 25. Oh, thank you, Froggy. Thank you, my friend. With the July 25 kit. What did I do with my scissors to open that up? So, oh, good. I was wondering if it came like in a Ziploc type baggie, and it does. So, I guess I'm just going to try this, figure it out. I've seen a couple other people do this, so it's going to be trial and error for me, I guess. And I'm just going to make a few. So I guess you get these. Oh, and then I found my son had bought me, what did I do with it? When he was in France, he brought me this. So this you use with your glue gun to do kind of wax seal type things. So this is a colored glue stick, and you push it, push the glue through, and then this is kind of like your stamp and push it in. But I'm going to see if it will work with a wax seal. So I'll put that off to the side and see if that works with a wax. But let me get that in there and see. Hopefully it melts quickly. But this one, this was, let's see, Arctic Knit Wax Seal. And this was the July 25 Wax Seal of the Month from Spellbinders. And I have the I have Spellbinders linked in the description box. I did make sure to do that ahead of time. So I did that. And then I have the one from this month, the August, and this month was all kind of like ocean themed. So this is like a mermaid tail. So we'll do that one next, and I'll probably use one of the blue beads I have. And then this also has like this kind of like an looks like an ink of some sort, like something I could put over the raised part of the seal. So I'll try that on here. This is neat. He brought it to me. He knows I'm crafty, so he saw this in France and he thought of me and brought it to me. All right, let's see how long that takes to melt. I'm so impatient. And I have to have the fan on because I'm overheated. And I am drinking plenty of water, you guys. I got myself one of these to make sure. So I'm drinking, I fill this up 4 times. So I drink this, fill this up. So what I'm doing is it has the time, from you should have the finished by 1 o'clock and then refill it and have the second part finished by 7. So I'm kind of finishing the first one by 11, the second one by 2, and so forth. So I'm getting 4 of these in so that I'm getting, how many ounces is it? I think it's 120 ounces of water a day. That should be plenty. Plus I'm drinking lots of cranberry juice. That plus the antibiotics they gave me, which they might change depending on, they're still waiting on a few of the labs to come back. Should hopefully deal with this infection. Hopefully. Hi, Reagan. Welcome, my friend. I don't know. I just think as you get older, I don't know, you just see more doctors. It's like, goodness gracious. I don't know. And you're more prone. And, they tell you all the things to do to avoid. I do all the things. I do all the things to stay healthy. I don't know. I'm maybe, and the only thing I tell my husband, the only thing I've done differently in the last 6 months is I go to the pool 5 days a week now. So maybe that's causing me to get UTIs. But I don't want to stop going because that's keeping me feeling better. I mean, it makes me feel like I have more energy throughout the day. It makes me feel better about myself. I get some sunshine. I get to interact with other people. I feel better about myself. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna leave it a little more. I think it needs to melt a little bit more. Do you guys have you guys all played with wax seals? This is new. I've never done this. So you guys are watching me do it. I'm a wax seal virgin, guys. It's the first time for me. So if I mess it up, please be kind. I know you're all kind. You're all very kind, very sweet. And then I was cutting up fruit yesterday, and I guess the cantaloupe I cut, it stained my manicure, stained my nails. Look, I have on my French tip, I have orange. I don't know if you can tell. Let me see if I put, I don't think you can tell. I can tell. Isn't that the way though, Reagan? We have products, but they just sit there and we don't use them. I don't know. It's just the way. Okay, let's try that. So I'm gonna pour that out. Maybe I didn't put enough. I don't think I put enough of the little beads in there. We'll see. I may have to put more. We'll find out. I'll dump some more in there. But in the meantime, I guess you just kind of have to let it sit. So I'm going to let it sit there. I'm going to put some more beads in there in the meantime. And I'll make a few of these. That way, I may not make a card or put these on a card right now. But like we got in the wax seal of the month for last month, we got these beads. For this month, instead of the beads, we got, where are they? I think I put them away. Oh, here they are. We got these adhesive circles. So you can make your beads ahead of time or your wax seals ahead of time and then attach them to your projects with this later. So that way, like you're not, you don't have to make your, put your wax seals directly on your envelope or on your card or whatever. And that way you can attach them later. So I could make a bunch of these, put them aside. Is it ready? Impatience is, oh, look, one of my gray hairs in the wax seal. Lovely. Oh, that's not terrible, other than the gray hair. What do you think? I'm going to zoom in a little bit, okay, guys? Please hold. Ooh, there you go. That's a little bit better, closer. So then I guess what I've seen some people do, some people just leave it like that, and then I've seen some people, they'll like trim around if it's a like a square or some other shape. So you could trim around it. Like let's say if I made a bunch of these and I wanted to maybe put them as tiles on a card, although this one didn't come out perfectly square. And then if you don't like it, I guess you don't like the way it came out, you could remelt these, which I might do because it came out kind of thin. I definitely didn't put enough wax beads. So I think I'm going to remelt this. So you just kind of cut it up into small pieces again, which is great because you're really not wasting any product. So you just throw them back in there and remelt them. I think that's great. I like that. I like the idea of no waste. And I like that this electric one it's easy to just have plugged in and I don't have to worry about keeping an eye on a candle. Had an initial stamp back in the 90s. Oh, I think they still have those candles. I'm gonna open this up in the meantime. I think I've seen they still have those candles. I don't remember where I've seen it, but I know I've seen them. I think I've seen them actually at Hobby Lobby, maybe Michael's. Not sure. Okay, can I open this? All right, let's see. All right. Okay, see, this is a glue stick. So that I'm going to set aside because I'll definitely be able to use this with my glue gun, but I want to see if it'll work with these wax seals. So this would fit in here, I guess. Yes or no? Let me see. Whoops. Oh, you'd put it in there and then put this ring around it, and that's what holds it in. So I don't know if it'll work with a wax seal. We'll try it in a minute. Let me get this one going in the meantime because it looks like that's almost melted. Oh, still has a little ways to go. And I guess I need to be careful not to put too many beads in there because it can overflow. Okay, let me get these other things out here in the meantime. And I made a space in one of my drawers for just my wax seal stuff, for my beads and stuff. That way it's all in one central place and I don't have to be searching all over my craft room for it. Let me see what these are. While that finishes melting. Oh, this has a wrapper around it. Now I may cut today's live short, guys, if just, you know, when you have a UTI, nature calls frequently, quite frequently. I think I was up 5 times not last night, the night before. 5 times. No fun. Okay. My husband says, that's just part of getting old. And I said, no, it is not. That is not normal for me. Okay. No space for a new branch of your stamping. Yeah. Um, oh, this looks like it's kind of a spongy little, kind of like a, let's say, a stamp pad of sorts that you can put on your wax seals. All right, let's try this. Yeah, I had uh, two empty drawers, and that was, my room to grow drawers. And okay, so then just, I think, don't press, but just let it go on there, right? And so I used one of them for my wax seals, but I don't have a lot of space. And so that part of the reason I did my D-stash is because I want to make sure I don't want to feel overcrowded in my space. Reagan, I thought it might be a side effect. So they started me on a new medication to prevent migraines last Wednesday, and I thought it might be a side effect from that, but they said the dosage is so low, and I have barely been taking it for 3 days, that no, it wasn't that. They're not quite sure what it is, and so that's why I have to go see the urologist, and that was way too much wax. I have to see the urologist and do the CT scan, so, um, yeah, they'll figure it out, I'm sure. These are cute. What are they? Let's see if it says what they are. So one is a little bow. One says amour in French. One says happy birthday. And what does the other one say? Surprise. So let's see. See, that's remelting. I'm sure I can use that for one of these smaller ones. And that's why I bought extra spoons too. So let's say I want to use this mermaid tail one. And let's say I want to use one of these blue wax seals. I don't have to worry about cleaning up this one before starting the next one. I can kind of switch back and forth. Okay. Let me see what I do with that. I might try one of these with this. It's smaller. And we'll just see if these work, because they came with that glue gun type kit. I'm wondering how to clean these. Does anybody know how to clean the little spoons? Do I just wipe it down? Oh, look, I got some in there. Do I just wipe it down when it's wet or melted? Or do I let it dry and then just kind of peel it off? Let's see, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 for the mermaid tail. 5, I'll do 6 for the mermaid tail. Let me get it out of there. What does it say? I don't know what it says. MU. I don't know what it says. Hmm. I don't know. I got this off Amazon years and years ago when I was doing a lot of cookie decorating for my kids. They wanted uh, themed cookies for their birthday parties or the kids' birthday parties or whatever. So I wonder how to, I don't want to touch this if it's still hot. I'm sure it's still hot. Okay, this has to be done. All right. Oh, see, that is pretty. then, I mean, I could leave it with all that extra, but I could just trim some of that extra off, leave it kind of square around the edges. Okay, so I think I have to play with finding the happy medium between too much, too many wax beads and not enough wax beads. This was definitely too many because look how fat and how much extra was around the sides. And then definitely don't press down on the wax seal. Just set it down and let it sit there. Okay, let's see. I'll set these aside. That came out pretty, right? All right, let's see. I'm gonna put that one aside here. That's still going. Which one? That's my square one. This is the mermaid one. We'll try that. Let it melt a bit more. I want to see how this one did. Did it work? It did work, you guys. Look. I don't know if you can see the bow. Let me try some of that little dauber thing that came with it. I'm going to use the gold on the silver. See how that works. Like to make the bow stand out a little bit. Just have to have a light hand, and I do not have a light hand. I always go too heavy. Clean that up. Start over. Light hand, Yvette, light hand. I know they sell specific, like, I think markers or something to go over like your wax seals. Should get some of those too, right? Get all the things for doing wax seals. Oh, that's not terrible, right? It's hard to see. Oh, there. Can I see it there? That's pretty. Okay. So I know those work. Let's try another one. Take out the bow. Try one that maybe has a little more detail and see if it works. Let's see the one that says happy birthday. Put it in here. Come on. And then I made the mistake, you guys. I went yesterday. I wasn't going to go visit my mom yesterday because I wasn't feeling great. But you know, if I don't go, she's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And she knows. So I went, and I went at a time that I don't usually go. So of course she says, "What's wrong?" And I told her, "Well, I have a UTI again." So she thinks the worst. Oh my God, Yvette, your kidneys are failing. I was like, no, Mom, my kidneys are not failing. It's just stuff happens, Mom. I'm getting older. You know, I'm in my 50s already. She worries. You know, a mom is always a mom, no matter how old the kids are. So she just worries. So I'm surprised I haven't gotten a phone call yet today to see how I'm doing. Very surprised. Okay. Mermaid, mermaid, mermaid tail. Okay, let's see how that goes. And then let me cut these up. Do some of that other round one. So once we're done with the live, I'll give her a call just to let her know I'm okay. I have because she wanted to know, did you get your medicine? Did you get your tests scheduled? I understood you though. I understand how to read autocorrect. What paper towel when still? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I decipher auto mess up too, Froggy. So you can put candle holders in the freezer. Oh, okay. That might work. I'll give that a try. We'll see. We will give it a shot. I really like this. I'm sure I saw somebody with a bunch of square, I don't know if it was these ones, but a bunch of square wax seals, make them, I think, in different colors, maybe, and put them on a card like a grid. Who was it? Oh, who was it? I don't remember, but maybe I'll give that a shot. But these are so cute. These would be great to put on, not just on your envelopes to seal the card, but as a little focal point. And I know Spellbinders has this die that looks like the string you would wrap, to put behind this. I might get that die. I'm gonna have to go look on their website, see if they still have it in stock, because that would be cute to put on a card. You put that, it cuts it so it's let me see if I can find it and share it on the screen. Hold on. Because me just saying it, I know I'm not doing it justice. Um, wax seal die. Come on, Yvette. See if I can find it. Okay. Let me see if I can share my screen. Um, Here we go. So it's this one. So it's this die that you could use to cut out just paper or so, and you put it behind your wax seals. So I think I might get it. I know it goes on sale sometimes. See how cute that looks? Could put some real flowers behind it, some die cut flowers behind it. Looks really cute. Look, that's all I need is more stuff, right? Here I am destashing, and I'm thinking of other ways to add to my stash. Okay, let me get out of there. Let me get out of there, guys. Hold on. Remove. All right, I'm back. Okay, let's get this one and see how that looks. Look, our mermaid tail. Oh, let me use this silver one from this. See how that looks. Silver on this mermaid tail with a light hand. I'm trying with a light hand. Am I seeing smoke, you guys? Is that wax smoking? It is. Let me get it out of there. Look how pretty that looks with this silver on it. Move this out of the way and let me get this going. I'm going to turn this off. Turn it off there. I turned it off. I'm going to try another one of those little ones, and then I'll show you that mermaid tail one. Okay. And I'll figure out how to clean up my mess later. Where was the other little one? Here it is. Okay, but look. Hold on. Look at that mermaid tail with the silver on it. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Oh, this is pretty. And I think I would just leave it with all this excess wax around it. I'm going to save this for playing with my Spellbinders stuff. I haven't really played with all my caboodle stuff yet, and I need to do that. I really do need to do that. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Now, when I have my excess, I think I'm just going to store it with the wax beads because, I mean, why not? I'll remelt it. There's no need to put it someplace else. Hold on. And I want to make sure I know that this is Spellbinders beads. So get these staples out. I used to, when I first started crafting, I used to, when I would buy my whatever it was, stamps, dies, whatever, I would take it out of the packaging and throw away the packaging and put it in, whatever storage method I had, thinking, oh, I'm, being so organized and everything's in the same kind of storage. But then and I would label it, I would know what manufacturer it was and what the name of the product was. But, I like having the actual packaging with it now. I don't like having it separated anymore. That way, just in case I destash something, I can send it with the original packaging. Oh, hi, Lala. I'm just getting by. I'm just drinking. Look, Lala, I got lots of water, okay? Lots. In fact, I need to take another drink. I haven't had a drink in a minute. Ugh. So I've been playing with my wax seals. Let's see if this is cooled down. It is. I guess you could just kind of push it out. Oh, yeah, look, I was able to just kind of push it out. So I could store this back in here with the color I took it out of. That way I'm not wasting it. And I can do that with this too once it cools down. I have to clean that though, because I have the electric one. Lala, I'm trying to use things I haven't used. So I have these wax seals from the caboodles I started getting last month. Yeah. And I thought I need to actually use them. Do I need to clean these though after I use them? Hold on. No, they're clean. So I thought I need to actually use them. And I like it. I'm liking these. So I think what I'm going to do is have like a good old fashioned, just crafty wax seal making session. And just make a bunch of these. What I do with the box? To use, like, especially this one that's this snowflake one that I can use on my Christmas cards, because I did finish all my Christmas cards for my annual donation. Those are all done. Why is this not going in there? Those are all done and ready to go. But it would be nice if I had them sealed with an envelope, with a wax seal on the envelope, right? That would really be cool. But I need to figure out how or what marker or something that people use to kind of like color or highlight their wax seals. Because like I love the way this one came out. The silver on the blue is so pretty. Yeah, I mean, I love it. This is the first time, Lala. This is the first time I've ever used wax seals. Metallic markers. Okay. So I could probably get those just at Michael's or at uh-oh, is this melting my silicone mat? No, it's not. I could probably find those just at Michael's, right? It is still warm. I'm sure I could find them at Michael's. That's still warm. Okay, here's this one. Let's see if it came out okay. I think it came out. Let me see. It has little strings here. I don't want the little strings. There. Yeah, it came out pretty good. It says happy birthday. But yeah, I would definitely need to kind of highlight it with some kind of other color for it to show, I think, for you to be able to see the detail. There. So that says happy birthday. It goes with my stuff. There, can you see that? Yeah. I think, I gotta say it, I think my favorite is this one. Maybe it's because the colors. I bet if I did this in a color, like if I did some blue or some pink. Hmm. Let's try it before I go. Let me try it. No, I should go because you're not supposed to hold when nature calls. That's one of the things. There's a So you guys know I worked for a school district, elementary school district for years, for almost 30 years, guys. And there there was uh, they used to call it the UTIs or bladder infections, the teacher's disease, because teachers would frequently get it because they were always holding it because they couldn't leave their classroom to go to the restroom because you can't leave the kids unattended. So they were constantly getting UTIs. So it was a teacher's disease, which is terrible because teachers shouldn't have to hold it. Now, the schools I worked at, we were very lucky because we had the most amazing principals. I mean, one of the best principals we had, his name was Francisco Escobedo. He was an amazing principal. He ended up being a superintendent um, at one of the largest elementary school districts. I think it may be the largest elementary school districts in California. Um, he was just amazing. I mean, if a teacher had to go, he would say, "Call the office. I will cover your classroom. Somebody will get somebody to cover your classroom. There is never a reason that you should have to wait ever." And that means the world to teachers because they know you're thinking about them, and it's important. They're important. They're with our kids for a good majority of the day. So to know that you're thinking about them and to know that they're important and that their well-being is important, it's number one. So okay, put oh, that's a good idea, Lala. Mix them to see the ombre. Oh, ooh. Here in California, Day of the Teacher is in May, so it's not for a while. We got a way to go. But yeah. So we do celebrate them. We do spoil our teachers. At least, when I worked for the school district, we really did spoil our teachers. And I continue to spoil my grandkids' teachers. So, alrighty, friends, I'll continue to play with my wax seals. I've got to get going because I don't want to continue to suffer from the teacher's disease. It's not fun. Just add additional. Don't clean it. Just add additional color. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to clean here because it overflowed, Lala. I overflowed it onto my um, electric wax melter. So I'll clean that. But I'll be back next week. What do I have on my calendar for next week? Let me look. Okay, guys, let me look. I actually sat and worked on my calendar yesterday because I couldn't really do much of anything else. I had to be near a bathroom the whole time. Let me find my calendar. Why is it doing that? Hmm. Next week is next week is September, you guys. Oh my goodness. Next week is my husband and my granddaughter's birthday. So next week we'll use the color cube again. Okay, so we'll play with the color cube. Not sure what I'm going to use, but I'll use the color cube. and we'll make something fun. I don't know, maybe I'll break out my wax seals again and we'll play with different colors. So I'm out. I gotta go, guys. Nature is definitely calling. Thank you for being here. Sorry for cutting it short, but I appreciate each and every one of you. And have a great week, friends. Bye.